In this lecture, we'll be discussing about MapReduce. You may have heard about this terminology whenever you are going for an interview, or maybe if you want to kickstart your career as a Hadoop Spark developer. So, what is MapReduce? Whenever you run any job related to the Hadoop, okay, let's say in Hadoop we have a multiple components are there. I'm just talking about high job, or maybe if you are running scoop job, this high job and scoop job will be processed by the MapReduce. Who will process it? It will be processed by the MapReduce. So this is basically a processing engine for your Hadoop. Now what is meant by processing? Let's say I have a huge amount of data is there and I want to read this data. So basically I want to read the data and then I will filter out some of the important data and finally I will save that data into another file. So this is a big data which I am doing a processing, and finally this is my output after filtration. So all this processing whenever you do, that will be processed by someone, right? So it will be processed by your MapReduce. In MapReduce there are two important tasks are there. So the first task is your map task and second task is your reduce task. So what is meant by map task? Now what map task will do? It will basically take the input. So it will take the input, convert that input into the key and value format, and then it will split that data into the small chunk. Just take example. I have this huge amount of one CSV file is there and millions of records are there. Don't consider that it will process all these files within a, it will not take complete file for processing purpose. First of all, it will take a first line, then it will take second line, then it will take third line. Likewise, it will take or basically I can say that it will split that input data into the small chunk. It will split that data into the small chunk. Now whenever it is taking input, it will take in the form of key and value, and that will be done by using your map. Who will do that? That will be done by using map function. And after the map, once it get a small chunk, it will pass that key and value. Basically the output of map is key and value only. The output will be passed to the reducer. That is the second task which I am talking, map and reduce. So what will happen? If I have a file, this is my input file, that will be taken by the map. We can have multiple map like mapper1, mapper2, mapper2, and the output of this map will be going input to the reducer. So here we can have our reducer. So map will give the output, that output will be behave like input to the reducer. Now what this reducer will do? Reducer is mainly responsible for your sorting and shuffling. So you can write down your program, which will do all this functionality. You can customize this and finally you will get the desired output. So basically MapReduce is a program. MapReduce is a engine which is a processing engine. Whenever you want to process any type of data, that will be processed by using this MapReduce program. Now when these things is happening, again someone is playing a very important role. We called it as a job tracker and task tracker. So if you understand the Hadoop architecture, in Hadoop architecture we have a name node is there, okay, and we have data nodes are there. Okay, let's consider that these are my data nodes. So data node 1 and data node 2. On my name node, the job tracker will run because he is a master, na? So he will be working on name node. And data node means here small tasks will be running. So when you say that I want to process huge amount of data, your data is available here on your data node, right? So in order to process this data, this task will be created and this task will be created individually on their respective data nodes. And task, what is the role of job tracker? Job tracker is just monitoring whether the task is running, everything is fine, resources are good, everything that will be monitored by the job tracker, and there is always a heartbeat in between your job tracker and task tracker. So that's how overall your MapReduce program flow whenever you submit any high job or scoop job. Okay, and that's how the MapReduce program works actually. If you think that this concept is making very careful, very clean for you, and you are able to understand, and you want to understand more and more, you can reach out to us for our Hadoop Spark training. We are starting our new batch from the next week. You can reach out to our mobile number as well as email ID. Thank you so much. Please do like, subscribe and share this channel. Okay, bye bye.